Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome into Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now here are your hosts, Jeff and Nicole Essig.
All right, welcome in, Fitness Fanatics. It is June already, June 2nd. Welcome into the show. Just Nicole and I flying solo. We might have a guest in here a little later. Give her a little piece of our minds here when she gets in here. So it'll be fun. We just wrapped up our spring 10-week challenge last night. Typically, we'd have our $1,000 winner in with us on the show following, but we haven't had a party on a Saturday for a while, so it's kind of short notice to be like, hey, you're the winner. Can you be on the radio in the morning? So
yeah, you might get a no if you go that route.
So our winner, Katie Barber, is going to be joining us next Sunday in studio to talk about her transformation and her experience at Farrell's. So excited for that. But always a good time out at Rosie's. Just a good group, good crowd, good fun, karaoke, dancing. It was an early one. We were done, around 11?
Yeah.
10:30.
That's an early one?
That's early.
It's early
oh,
for
yeah.
us.
Oh, yeah. That's an early party.
Yeah.
Right.
Typically, our parties, when we're doing when we're doing a fit challenge and we're giving away like the party in the spring, we gave away like $5,000. So all these people,
I need to come to your party.
Tons of people. Well, it's not just like lottery numbers.
Yeah, I know.
Right? Yeah. So usually when we do fit challenge awards, we have a bigger group. But we didn't do a fit challenge over the spring, so it was a little bit smaller group this time. But
it was still fun. I mean, we were rocking all the way till we went home. So
we
left
10:30, 11. I think we were done.
Yeah.
So, but it was a good time. We went out to I had to buy a shirt for the 10-week party.
Mm-hmm.
New shirt.
So we went out to South Point Pavilions, went into Old Navy, found myself a Sipple style
fancy
$15 shirt that I bought.
Hey, shout out Old Navy.
Yeah, there we go. And then so on our way, so when we got there, I was like, oh, that's Coach Rule's wife's shop right there. She has a store there. What's it called again? Dry Bar. Okay.
That's not just open. Like
I think
pretty
so.
recently. It hasn't been open very long, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. So anyway, we're walking back from Old Navy, and I was like, is that Coach Rule right there? And sure enough, he's coming with his 3 kids to stop in and check in on the wife's business. Now, we weren't right next to him. We were kind of on the other side of the walkway there in the outdoor mall.
Like we were walking in front of the other like storefronts on the other side.
Yeah, so I played it cool though.
Okay.
I didn't holler.
You regretted it though.
I didn't say anything. I didn't yell at Go Big Red.
He went right into the store too. So it's not, I mean.
So you had no interaction with him?
No.
Okay.
I know.
Anytime they're with their kids, I kind of respect it though. It's like,
that's why you want to
kids.
let them be able to be there with their kids.
Yeah. It's like, I'll let you deal with the family.
So he was going in to check on the family business when we were there. Yeah. But all of his kids were with him. And I was like, oh, I like afterwards, I was like, I should have said something. I should have said, hey, do you want to come on the Fitness Fanatics?
It's been here before now.
Little ping pong action, like something, but so
Go Big Red.
Yeah. But then I think we're the same age, so it's kind of weird if I'm this. Hey, now if Ben would have been with us, I could have said I used him to get some interaction.
I feel like you use your kids for that all the time.
Absolutely.
You will if you can.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
You should see me working the Big Red or the Nebraska road race crowd.
To be fair, I think Ben would be like, oh yeah, I'll play it up for you. Let's go.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
Because Ben would never have would never go up to him by himself either. So it's like they
numbers.
use each other, right? Like, okay, I'll humor dad, and then Jeff is like, can my son get a picture?
Yep. And then he eats it up.
Right.
Loves it.
Can my son get a picture?
both
Well, I'm here too. I might as well get in the
Yeah.
picture as well.
Sneak right in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, but it was definitely him. He was wearing a hat, and then he took it off, and you're like, oh yeah, that's definitely him. He just, I don't know.
I see him out and about a lot.
Yeah, that's
Around
awesome.
Lincoln. He doesn't like hide himself away.
Yeah.
He doesn't really disguise himself either. You don't see him in shades and a
Nope.
big hat. He's pretty much
He was, I think he was wearing red.
I mean,
I think maybe he could get away with it more if he wasn't wearing like Husker gear, but I'm pretty sure he was.
he's always repping the Husker gear too.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't try to hide it, which is cool. I respect that. A coach that's willing to be a part of the people.
When people see us on the street, they don't bother us, right? I mean, they know who we are. But they're not like, hey, Jeff and Nicole. Like, I listen to you all the time on the radio.
Not true. Someone honked at us on the way in here.
That was Rebecca.
I know.
So
she listens.
Yeah, I know.
She was more honking so she didn't hit us, I think, because we were kind of cutting it close.
No, we were not. She was just saying hi. No.
All right. Well, before we move on here, I want to give a shout out to our show sponsor, Integrative Life Choices. ILC is hiring direct support professionals all over the state of Nebraska, full-time, part-time days, evenings, and weekends. If you're interested, you can apply at ilc.net/careers. Direct support professionals work to ensure a meaningful life for the people they support. They work to support people in achieving their hopes and dreams. So big shout out to them. Appreciate all their support for the Fitness Fanatics. So moving on, any thoughts on the 10-week challenge wrapping up yesterday? Nicole, any thoughts, comments?
I mean, it's the huge, right? We kind of talked about it when we were giving the awards because I kept interrupting you. It's almost like we are too comfortable, which is like just it was a little too scattered. It could have maybe been a little more polished. I blame myself. I don't know what. I was kind of scatterbrained, but it was yesterday, right? Yesterday was the anniversary of 11 years that we've been owners of Farrell's. So that was kind of fun, having a 10-week party on the 11th anniversary as gym owners. So that was cool. But no, it was great. It was awesome. We, like Jeff said, we always do a final party at the end. We have it out at Rosie's. Just a lot of fun. We do karaoke. One of our members brought her granddaughter who was like 9, and we were doing like some dancing, Cupid shuffle and stuff like that. She got out there and danced with us, and then she sang karaoke song, which I love. I love it when little kids sing karaoke. It's just so cute. And our kids did that when they were young at the 10-week parties. So I just love it when little kids like put themselves out there. And she sang this too, the second person too. Like I always start karaoke, and then she came right up to me afterwards. Can I sing a song? I know, it was so cool. Yeah. And she sang a song by One Republic. So that was fun.
Yep.
It's always fun to see people dressed up, get to see Jeff or you and I out of our hats and
no sweatshirt.
Yep.
People saw my arms.
Yeah. No.
I'm surprised you don't bring that. Also, I figured you'd wear the sweatshirt when you also go out for the 10-week party.
No, I mean sometimes I have a long sleeve shirt on, but it was pretty nice yesterday. So
11 years, starting from when you owned a gym back in Iowa.
Yeah.
Too?
Yes. Yeah. We started in Iowa 11 years ago.
That's crazy. When you guys first started this, you think like this is gonna be a long term? Like we're gonna be doing this for a decade plus?
I don't know. I mean, I just don't think you think that way usually, like that far ahead. But what else would we do?
I don't know. We'd have to go work for a living.
We'd have to go sit at a desk. Whenever we do. So at the 10-week party, we always celebrate the members who had perfect attendance for the session, because that's really hard to do. Not everybody has perfect attendance. In fact, we had like 11 people that had perfect attendance.
Yeah, I was out week 1.
Yeah, I know. Because people,
you were out day 1, I think.
Things happen.
Day 1 or 2. It was one or two.
It just that life happens, or you go out of town and you don't do the virtual workout. Whatever, that's fine. You don't have to. Like our winner didn't have perfect attendance. You don't have to have perfect attendance to still get great results. But we do like to recognize those people because sometimes they did have to make sacrifices, arrange their schedules, do things. come to class early, whatever. And
Almost
so
guaranteed if they make perfect attendance. Because you guys talk about it all the time. Like the odds of having 10 weeks go perfectly right,
Yeah,
and you're
yes.
never ever gonna have something come up.
right.
So if you got perfect attendance, I'm almost certain. Like you sacrificed
Yeah.
something at some point.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a good challenge to make for yourself. But Jeff always says when we recognize them, he always says, well, what do you say? I don't want to mess it up.
I say to have perfect attendance, either one of two things.
Right.
One, you're extremely dedicated, or two, you have no life.
And I felt like that was us celebrating 11 years as gym owners. I said that I don't know if that means that we're extremely dedicated or we have no lives, but
It's a combination
not really.
of both.
It's just a shout out to your thing for perfect attendance. But
I think your sleep schedule would point to dedication.
this is, it is. And it is our lives. This is our lives. This is what we do. So I would not want to have to go find a quote unquote real job. That's for sure.
Same here.
Yeah.
We're all very lucky.
I know.
402-464-5685. I always say, fans, I'm blessed to have this job.
Yes.
Never take it for granted.
Right. You just get to come in and talk about sports. Like, yeah, that's awesome. So I like having an unconventional job. We've had corporate jobs. We both had corporate jobs. And Jeff's been in sales. So we had experience outside of owning a gym, but I don't know what I would do. I feel like I'd still get up early. I'd still get up at 3.
I think I'd be painting walls, doing drywall still.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Shout out to those people who do that too. I mean,
we need people to do everything.
Yeah.
So yeah. What are you doing over there, Jeff?
Oh, just nothing.
Researching,
okay.
looking at the NFL draft, mock draft.
No, I won't.
Or
need
not
to-
mock draft. It's already over.
Yeah.
Looking at the Bears over and under for 2025.
Isn't it
about
like
time.
8.5?
I think so. Might be 7.5.
In our last quarterback won 10 games as a starter, 3 years.
How do you
Checks
feel
out.
about the
Oh, yeah.
Bears?
How do you feel about Hard Knocks? Right?
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I stole her thunder.
Thanks for interrupting me. But yeah, how do
I'm
you feel
super
about
excited. I talked to Demorne and Peter Snell. I think Brewington about this. Like if you had to pick a team to be the Hard Knocks team that you get to watch, Bears is probably the one.
It's a good one.
Because they
This
never pick a
season.
team like that. It's not going to be the Chiefs or a team that actually has the odds of going all the way or the making of it.
Well,
It's
it'd have
always
to be
some-
called something else besides Hard Knocks if that
Yeah.
was the case. That's a rename
great
it.
point.
right?
Very.
Mm.
But yeah, no. I mean, I'm pumped. Everybody wants to see it. How is this young core going to work together? Because you got some awesome talent in there, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Veteran running back, you got Swift, and now you got some veteran wide receivers as well. You like your tight end. Defense looks nice. You re-signed Montez Sweat. They really changed once he got added to that team. So now you just want to see if it clicks. So I don't think there's a better team out there. Like on paper, it all makes sense. Does it actually click? Which unfortunately for the Bears, it never has. So the Hard Knocks camp will be good. See what it actually looks like.
Did Fields start as a rookie? Like, did he come to the Bears as a rookie? I don't know.
Yes.
Okay. So do you think that maybe the Bears are a little cautious? And so because it seems like Fields there was some personnel issues with him, right? Like, and it seems like that now too, that he's left. Like he might have been big part of the problem, right? Justin Fields.
No, I'm not. No. I mean,
You
throw
don't
the
think
ball.
so?
If you in terms of like his accuracy being an
No.
issue, then that's on him. But like attitude wise, he was the best for how much that organization didn't help him out.
Oh yeah.
He could
that's
have
true.
been way worse.
Well, yeah,
but he still was very
weren't we-
respectable to polls while he's on the Steelers. Said nice things about polls. Now he set him up well. So
hasn't
I don't think it's
other players came out and said that he just wasn't engaged. He didn't
I
take
think there was
direction
something like
very well.
the first season, like didn't get along with the other veteran quarterback.
Yeah.
And so there was some stuff like
Little
that came
ego.
out. But
So do you think that this is maybe the Bears' way to kind of try to maybe keep that in check with Hard Knocks and Caleb Williams, like just in case?
I think it's money.
Put a little. Yeah. Well, that's always.
I don't think they
always
even
money.
wanted to do it. They're one of the only teams that have never been on Hard Knocks.
How does it get
How
voted
long has
for
it been
again?
going on?
Does it? How do you
Long
get voted
time.
for Hard Knocks? Like, what is the team?
I don't know.
Now I'm curious. What does it look like to say yes? What's the paper look like?
Yeah, I don't know. I just know they've never done it. Now the Jets were last year. Let's hope we don't have the same fate with our quarterback getting hurt on the fourth play of the game.
Yeah.
And
I don't
I've never really even watched Hard Knocks. I mean, I
We
guess
watched a little bit of oh no, what did we watch? The quarterback one with
with Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just called quarterback.
Okay, that's what I
On
keep
Netflix.
thinking of when I think of Hard Knocks. So yeah, maybe we haven't really watched it.
But we have
But-
the HBO streaming, so we'll be tuning in and watching. I think the first episode might be this week, Harrison, June 6th, I think. Or June 6th or 7th is the first episode of Hard Knocks.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, that'll be something that you guys can talk about in this first segment every week for however many weeks long it is till football starts.
till February.
Okay.
Till February.
So here's how the Hard Knocks works.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can't say no if these factors. So you can't say no if 1, the team does not have a new coach, 2, has not made the playoffs within the last 3 years, and 3, has not been featured on Hard Knocks within the last 10 years. They can't say no if asked to be featured.
They can't say no.
No.
Like the NFL says you have to do it.
Yep.
Wow.
It makes sense though, because if you're a coach, why would you really want that? You're
So-
probably going
I
to say no
know.
every single time.
Yeah.
So a new coach
Wow.
will never be on there.
So
right?
that's
No.
probably
Okay.
valid.
Yeah, you can't say no if it's a new coach or you haven't been to the playoffs. It's got to be 3 of the things. Does not have a new coach, has not made the playoffs within the last 3 years, has
Check.
not been featured
Check.
on Hard Knocks in the
Check.
last 10 years. The Bears.
Was there
All for
anyone
sure.
else? Yeah. Is there anyone else?
There
that
was only a
qualified?
couple teams, I think, that it was down to. But
Okay. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on that for
well, yeah,
sure.
we'll definitely watch that.
Yeah, we'll watch it. I'm actually kind of looking forward to it.
So we do have Husker baseball today.
1 o'clock.
What do you think the odds are that they win 2 games today?
Do they have to win both games?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they already lost
I thought
right
so.
off the bat.
Yeah.
Double elimination. Oh, man.
Like, because when they played Indiana a week ago on Saturday, Indiana played 2 games also,
Mhm.
right? So they both play double headers. This is a little bit different situation where Oklahoma State's going to be sitting around. And I don't know if it's I am far from
They
a
killed
baseball.
Niagara, too.
I'm far from a baseball expert. So I don't really know if this helps or hurts, or like Nebraska plays the game at 1 and they do well and they let's say they win, they get a lot of runs and their bats are hot. Is it good for them to just get right into the next game?
I
Or
think
be-
so.
Or
If
be
you're feeling
rested?
good. I'd imagine if you're feeling good. I mean, at this point, I don't know. It feels like so much of baseball when you get to this part of the season is like, are you guys hot right now? If you're hot, just go out there and play. How long can you keep it alive? So if if it's not a lot of rest in between, it feels like when it comes to our pitchers, like, yeah, the pitch count's already gotten quite a decent a bit high, especially with Sears, like a lot higher than you'd like to early. So, I mean, you want to give those guys rest, but I think we're at a point where we're going to be scratching and clawing the whole way through. So to try to save anything in the tank is, I don't see a whole lot of rhyme or reason for it. Obviously enough for that second game if you win this one, but other than that,
Yeah,
I wouldn't be too worried about it phasing you.
probably more of the pitching, using
Just the
all the
pitch count
pitchers
is
in
the
the
only
2
thing
games.
you're worried about, I would think. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's at 1. It's on ESPN Plus, which is just I don't really like that because we don't have it.
Yep.
So
What can you do?
so we have a text from Crowbait said in the clear now, but storms rolling back in around 4 or 5 p.m.
That's good.
Okay.
So no. Well,
yeah,
shoot.
So he texted twice. If we win the first one, I personally don't think we'll get the second game in due to weather.
Mm.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good point.
That's kind of good for Nebraska, I think, right?
Yeah, if you get that much,
Then you're playing 2 games on Monday.
you take that.
And then both teams, just like the Indiana situation.
Yeah.
So that would be good. I think that's really good scenario.
I mean, there's still a chance. We saw after getting blown out by Ohio State in the Big Ten tournament. What was it, like 15-2, 16-2,
Yeah.
and then they found a way to win 5 straight. This time you only got to win 4 straight. So you got 1 yesterday, 3 more.
They've done it
It's possible.
before. They can do it again.
Yeah, so let's hope for a win and then some bad weather and delay till tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
Why is 2 games today worse than 2 games tomorrow?
Well, because if they play 2 games tomorrow, they're going to play the same team.
Oh, okay.
So they
I
would-
kind of checked out for a little bit when you guys were talking. So I
She's like, college baseball. What's happening here?
Did you watch the
Sorry.
Florida or Niagara game?
I don't have ESPN Plus. So
I got ESPN Plus just to watch baseball, which it's fine. Whatever. I'm tired of buying streams all the time, but yeah, it was just insane.
But we do. That's the
But you
problem.
bought it.
Yeah, I did. They got
I know.
me, and then I'll probably forget to cancel my free trial. But I
We might-
shouldn't say free trial, my subscription monthly.
That's true.
we might get it today. So I was just talking about this. I'll have to talk to Ben and see what he wants to do. If he wants to watch it.
Well, I was talking about that because I was going to be so upset because we started off the Niagara game. Obviously, Florida first inning, as soon as first batter, we give up a home run. Watch the Niagara. I'm like, okay, they just got blown up by Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
First, I think it was like the first or second pitch. It was the first batter again. Once again, another dinger over the fence. And I'm like, oh man. And then they slowly got back into it. But I was sweating there for most of that game. Like Nebraska was just hitting the snooze button. Like I couldn't tell you what was going on with McConaughey either. He was just like, he hadn't walked. He had walked like 5 people all year. And you see him just right away walk somebody. He's hitting people. And I'm like, man, what is going on?
Yeah.
But they found a way to get out of it. So I'll give it to one thing. This team's resilient. I mean, when things go bad, they don't seem to ever hit the panic button too much. It's just waking up and then staying locked in. So,
well, as Pete's guest said earlier, baseball games aren't won or lost in the first inning.
yeah.
It's a good reminder.
Yes.
For today,
I
if
got
you're
reminded
watching.
that twice through this whole Stillwater regional that we're in right now. I get reminded that.
I was sleeping during the whole game yesterday, so I didn't see or hear any
You
of
took
it.
a big nap. You took a big nap yesterday.
I had to because I'm gonna be up late.
It was a pretty slow game. It was exciting, but nothing too crazy.
I can't. So just before we go to break, our football times announced. Playing Iowa at 6:30 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Not really a big fan of that. It's tough at Kinnick Stadium at night. They historically do not lose. And I bet if you go back and do a little research on this, which I don't really care to go back and do any research on Iowa, just from
Don't want to give him
just from my memory bank.
Yeah.
It's tough to beat them there. I think like Penn State, when they had Saquon Barkley, did it, and Ohio State did it, but for the most part, they're tough. And but hey,
there's a lot of football that has to happen before that game. So,
and then the comments on the comments on Twitter,
Nebraska mindset.
They're
We're
just
looking at
insane.
last game of the regular season, Kinnick Stadium on Friday night, 6:30.
We have no idea what we're going to be looking at
Probably
at that
undefeated.
point.
Probably undefeated. That'll be the last game for.
Well, absolutely. We'll be a 10-0, 11-0 going in there.
Starts with UTEP, ends with Iowa.
Yep.
No, it's. I like it. Well, I mean, we've lost 9 of the last 10 games to this team.
Yeah.
So at least if we play at night and lose, our day's not ruined.
It's
Right.
true.
Yeah.
You'll have watched all. Well, I guess
Day's over at 2:30, just done.
That's kind of
That's
like how
true.
I've gotten to a lot of these Husker analytics, because unfortunately, like the recent analytics are just going to make you think you have no shot whatsoever.
Yeah.
If you want to do the numbers game, you're going to look at every single game on the schedule outside of like a UTEP and UNI, and you're going to be like, oh, if you look at the numbers in the past 10 years, it's like we've won maybe 1 out of every 10 games, or if they're on the road at this time, they're all going to be bad because we just haven't been winning games. So you can psych yourself out of any one of these games if you want to.
You can, because most of these teams have beaten us.
Minnesota's got our number. Wisconsin's got our number. Iowa's got our number. Hell, even Illinois had our number outside of last year. Michigan State's found a way. Purdue's kind of up and down outside of like the Rutgers and Indiana, Maryland. Just about everybody's got our number.
We're about even with Purdue.
Yeah, Purdue's been a little bit back and forth.
Yeah. But even that game's like 11 o'clock kick.
And that's always a game where everyone's like, we should have this one in the bag. And then you're just sitting there at the edge of your seat having a panic attack. And then Michigan State's always one where I feel like, oh, they look pretty good this year. And we always manage to push Michigan State if we can punt the right direction anyways.
Yeah.
Do a pretty good job.
Yes.
We won't be rage buying a Christmas tree, is what you're saying that night.
What do you mean rage by a Christmas
tree?
So
after usually, no, I think we bought a Christmas tree just a week early after we lost to Wisconsin.
Oh, I thought it was the Iowa game.
Usually we buy our Christmas tree Black Friday weekend.
And you just try to bring the Christmas spirit in early to elevate the rooms.
Yes.
Yeah, he needed joy in his life. So
then,
we had to
that's respectable.
But then we
Christmas
lost
tree.
to
Right.
Wisconsin that Saturday, and I was like, I need some happiness in my life. So we went and bought a tree a week early just to bring some joy to our house. It was so bad.
It's not a bad mindset. Some people might consider it a little sick. But
it's just all he had in his life at that point.
Christmas and
Christmas tree.
I like the night games though, because then you could sit and watch other games, and then like I said, if we lose, your day's not ruined.
Are you guys gonna go to the Colorado night game?
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
Oh,
absolutely.
I won't be unless we lose that first game.
Because you were out on the road.
Because Ben's going to the UTEP, and so if we lose to that, then Ben can't go to Colorado.
Yeah, he'll
No.
be
Right.
banned
He can't.
forever.
Right.
He can't reside in Lincoln anymore.
Banned.
I know.
I'm gonna start thinking he's the pure source of
So
it all.
it just depends on what the Huskers do that first game, if I'll be there or not. But
We are going to go to an NFL game this year. We're going to go see the Bills and the Ravens on September 29th or
Bills,
September
right.
30th.
Going out to Buffalo?
Going to Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Okay, nice.
Yes. So
Perfect.
we're going to
yeah,
do that.
yeah, I forgot Ben's team.
he's
So
a senior, so it'll be kind of both of their senior trips, Katie and Ben. She graduated 3 years ago. But
That's okay. We had to
2,
plan
3
it
years.
around the Nebraska schedule too. So it's a road game for Nebraska. So it's 11 o'clock game against Purdue. So we'll go find. Ben's already like, I'll just post in the Ravens Reddit. Where's the Husker bar in Baltimore? We can go watch Nebraska. So we'll find.
do
a
we
spot.
think there's a Husker bar in
There's
Baltimore?
there's
There's one
Husker bars
I
everywhere.
know.
I used to think that was me just being biased, thinking we're the best. And then talking to DP, it's like, no, we actually, we're
I
pretty
believe
good fans.
it.
We got
I
little
guess.
tucked corners just about every spot in the country.
We'll
Yeah.
find a spot out there.
You found it in Ireland. I think you'll find it in
That's
Baltimore.
true.
Yeah, there'll be one. We'll find one. So, all right, we're gonna go to break.
Okay.
We'll be right back. Stay with us on 93.7 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives. Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Highball Bar in downtown Lincoln is open and located just north of 11th and O Street. Highball Bar offers a vibe and atmosphere like no other, making it the perfect place to grab a drink or beverage. Highball Bar features great events such as Karaoke Sunday, $4 Tito's on Mondays, Jack Daniel's specials on Wednesdays, and much more. Make Highball Bar your go-to spot after a hard day at work or on the weekend. Highball Bar, located at 122 North 11th Street in downtown Lincoln.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska or online in your own home. Learn pottery or floral design, take a computer course, learn Spanish, how to start writing a book, or Air Fryer 101. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
Soulful Casino in Havelock is a family-owned business, providing incredible food and service that'll have you craving more with every bite. Soulful Casino offers everything from pulled pork to fried chicken, catfish, ribs, and even quesadillas. You want sides? They've got them. From fries, green beans and baked beans, to collard greens, potato salad, and sweet dill corn. Stop by for lunch as they have specials Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 2 p.m. That's Soulful Casino, located in Havelock, where every bite you take fills the soul.
Hey Nebraska! Register today for the 40th annual Cornhusker State Games, taking place July 11th through the 21st in Lincoln, Omaha, and other Nebraska communities. The Cornhusker State Games features 70 sports for athletes of all ages and abilities. Price increases are approaching, so register early and save. For details, go to cornhuskerstategames.com. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel with Gatorade. Brought to you by Pepsi Cola of Lincoln, a proud partner of the Cornhusker State Games.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl Jordan with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Let's talk about versatility today. Unlike flowers that wither and die or chocolates that disappear in a heartbeat, jewelry is the solid move here, guys. Yes, she will cherish it, but more important than anything, she will brag about it and brag about you. And that's what it's all about. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up
But why?
because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela, they let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh, wait, you already did.
Visit aloefiber.com to switch today.
Your child was embarrassed when you arrived at their basketball game. 75% of parents or guardians report current alcohol use. Drinking alcohol can cause harm to children and loved ones. By drinking less, your child will be excited to see you at their basketball game. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
That's a bad look for Mike Malone. When did the F-bombs just become an accepted part of our world where coaches just go to podiums and drop F-bombs? When did that start happening?
I think it was right after COVID. After COVID.
Damn COVID.
COVID-19.
Ruined our profanity, our properness in press conferences. Took everything away.
It was. It really was. We got that documented.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into the Fitness Fanatics. We are joined in studio.
An impromptu guest.
And some of you out there may know who the great Aaron Davis is. Pride of all of Lincoln High School. Although there's no statues of him, or I always ask people that go to Lincoln High if there's any like pictures, anything in there, and they just can't find any.
They're still getting the resources. It's going to be a big statue.
There's
so
yeah.
They're stockpiling.
They're still fundraising.
Yeah.
After 30 years, right?
There's a GoFundMe for an Aaron Davis statue at Lincoln High.
So we're joined in studio by his daughter, Naya.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
So
welcome.
Last week, I just want to give you guys kind of a glimpse into. We're talking about how.
Okay. Also, hold on before we say this. Before Jeff gives you a hard time for anything, because I have this like famous speech that I give at the 10-week orientation about how people aren't special. So like you're not special. So like, but you're not special. That sounds mean, but it's
as in it's not unique to me.
Right. It's like the things that hold us back, the fears that we have, the doubts we have about ourselves, that stuff that does not make us special. That makes us completely normal. And all that stuff is like overcomable. You know, you can get over that, but it's like, sometimes you just have to remind yourself like, okay, I'm not special. I'm not the only person that has ever had to overcome this obstacle or whatever. So for me, when I tell that to myself, it's kind of that hard, tough love to myself. Like, just suck it up. You're not special. Like, everybody has these problems. So Jeff is going to talk about how this conversation that we had with you does not make you special. This is a very normal conversation that Jeff has with people daily.
Yeah.
Hit me with it, Jeff.
Right. We were talking about first segment, how this is our 11th year as gym owners. So if any gym owner out there is listening right now, you will be able to relate what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
So last week after the show, Naya, who's AD's daughter, is now working at the Ticket, approached us like about doing ferals, like asked us about it. We didn't ask her.
Tell me about
we
this
didn't say, hey, you
challenge.
should join. You should. We didn't solicit
But
anybody.
Once you open that door a crack, Jeff will bust wide open.
Oh.
The door is off the hinges now.
Yeah.
It's gone.
There's no door. No.
Didn't solicit, didn't ask, didn't approach her like the people out there trying to get us to sign stuff on the street now or in my car, right? None of that. And so we're having a great conversation. And
tell me more about this.
Yes. Oh, this sounds great. I think oh, we got 7. We're going to start tomorrow. And
I'm going to get my dad. He'll come with me.
Yep. So I was texting your dad last Sunday, and then, we'll be there. And Monday comes, and I text Nicole and was like, was AD and Naya there? No. Tuesday comes. Was AD and Naya
Which
there?
the session hasn't started. It was
No.
just like, hey, come try it. Come try it.
Wednesday comes. No. So this is as life as a gym owner. You know, you're great things, and then the person doesn't show up. So and one of the things you told us last week was like, guys, this would be great because I'm going to be here every Sunday, and you can hold me accountable. That's what you said.
You did say that.
I knew.
So here I am.
I literally knew coming in today. I was like, oh. I've been knowing this conversation is coming.
And again, that does not make you special. It makes you totally normal.
So here we are holding you accountable.
Yes, I'm glad.
So we got a 10-week challenge coming up here starting next Saturday. So one, I just want to know why you didn't come last week. First question.
Okay, fair enough. First of all,
you're so excited.
Yes, I would also like to say my dad. I didn't talk to your dad. Yes, that is true. He also didn't say anything to me about it. Of like, oh, me and Jeff talked. Like,
yes,
told me the cost. Like, we can set this up. So that's an excuse, 100%. But there's that. And second of all, just making excuses and like, oh, I'll ask about it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. I told you guys I've been saying I'll do something next week the past 6 months.
Right.
But I do think I eased myself into doing something like a 10-week challenge I was talking to them last week about how hard it is, how crazy I think they are for waking up at 3:10.
Yep.
Absolutely insane. And I was like, seriously, it is a nightmare for me to wake up at 6 a.m. And you guys are like, that's sleeping in, but
that is sleeping in. I didn't even make it till 6 a.m. this morning.
I'm trying to sleep in.
I was up at 5:15. I guess I'm up now.
No, but my 20-year-old college self, 6 a.m. is a task. And so I did that every day this week and went and worked out really early. So, now there's even less of an excuse because I know that I can wake up that early and do activity. I used to think like, oh, working out really early isn't for me because I'd feel sick or just blah. But no, it felt really good. And it got my days. It was so energizing. And then I would go to, obviously I'm on my second Celsius today, so I didn't do this morning, but then I would go to work for like 4 hours after, and I might need an energy drink later in the day. But for that first couple hours of work, like I wouldn't need anything. I would just be awake.
Yeah. And that's important too, though, like, because we wanted to talk to you. I mean, this wasn't necessarily our plan, but we didn't have a guest today also. And we were going to talk about ferals.
And this is funny.
So. It is.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. I'm going to tell my dad.
We're just giving you a hard time.
I know.
Yeah, it's all in good fun.
So not only did I get you motivated to work out, just not at ferals.
That's true. I mean, hey, but
that's okay.
Anything helps.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but and especially now that I know it's free.
Right.
Free 99 ferals. Right. Oh my goodness.
Well,
right, sorry to
the
interrupt
AD
you.
was going to pay, but so now I forgot what I was talking about.
Impromptu.
You derailed me.
You guys were talking about working out in the morning, not needing energy later in the day.
It was about. I remember everybody. Okay. So
calm down.
Before I forget. Listen, I had some drinks last night. I might be a little bit hungover, so there's a fog, is all I'm saying. So our summer session starts next Monday. So also in your defense, like it's not like you're starting the session late or anything. Yeah. So it was really just like, come try it. We were talking to you last week. It was like, give it a try. Let's see if it works with your schedule. Stuff like that. We can get your dad to come with you. So, which he did come. I saw him one day at Farrell's last week. But so that was also why we wanted to have you in, because you had questions about the 10 weeks. And so we just wanted to kind of talk to you about that. You're like, the average person maybe thinking about joining. And so we can kind of talk about that. But leading up to this, last week we were talking about how you had started to make some lifestyle changes,
right,
and saw the benefits of it, kind of eating more whole foods. We haven't talked about this with you, Harrison, because you were gone that week, but Jeff and I have given up caffeine. So
it's been a month for me now. 1 month.
How are the results?
Although, hold on. I may have had some caffeine in a drink
He
yesterday.
did.
How good
He
was
had
it?
a Vegas bomb. It wasn't good. It was Red Bull. He had a Vegas bomb last night.
So I did have a little caffeine, but I didn't know it at the time.
I've had
But
caffeine.
that's like how we said
but-
we were talking about you're not intentionally drinking a coffee in the morning to
Right,
wake up.
right.
It's like maybe a soda with dinner.
Right. Yeah. I
super
wanted
rarely.
to.
That's totally different.
I started it, and then Jeff came along and did it too, and now he's being really obnoxious about it. But
I'm very high and mighty.
Yes.
When I'm doing something, I am just
Signature
I
Jeff
am
move.
the-
it's so bad. I actually
Stick your chest out.
Everyone needs to know that you're doing it.
I tried to have a Monster yesterday because we had one in the fridge that's been there for weeks because I wasn't drinking them. And I literally had to pour it out because his attitude was so bad.
I was very disappointed.
The toe's still there. I can tell.
Very disappointed.
He like
Were you
goes
just
and
trolling?
does something, and I could just tell Jeff has this like aura about him when he's in a bad mood. And I'm like, something is off. And I was like, do I just need to pour this out? I drank about a third of it. Is it going to make you feel better if I throw it out? And he goes, yes, actually it will.
So you already started drinking it?
Yeah, I'd already started drinking it.
And here's the thing.
Did you
Yes.
calm down? Did you keep your word?
Actually,
did.
I will.
I was in a much
And
better
our
mood.
daughter was like, that is ridiculous. And I'm like, fine, I'll pour it out. It's not
Well,
worth the
when you're
attitude.
trying to break an addiction,
Yeah.
The
Okay.
addiction's
which
been
we
broken.
were addicted to caffeine.
100%.
right?
Yes.
The morning,
100%.
afternoon. So the reason we wanted to do this was to try to break the addiction.
That's fair.
So
I
if
would need
you're
somebody to
if you're
tell me to
trying to
dump it
quit
out.
smoking, and
Smoking
the
is
thing,
not the
thing
same
that
thing.
she was addicted to were the monsters.
Yeah,
I
but
need
it
a
was
monster.
the pineapple one because the Dollar Tree sells them, the pineapple flavor.
The Dollar Tree
So
monster.
you can get it for $1.25. That's a steal compared to a full priced one. So I'd bought that one, and that's why it was in the fridge. It's not like it was a white one. It's not the white monster.
Yeah, but it's
Here
it
goes.
starts small, right? And then the next thing
I
you
didn't
know,
take an hours long nap like you. My nap was like 30 minutes yesterday. Anyway,
well, that's because you had caffeine in your system.
no,
and you were ready to get up.
sir. The monster was after the nap, just to remind you. But anyhow, so we're talking about this because you had changed some of your habits prior to that, where you were like, okay, think maybe I'm in a place because you do work out. It's not like you don't ever work out.
Mhm.
It's just something, and that's what a lot of times when people start ferals, they know how to work out, but like sometimes you just get into a rut, and then it makes it really easy to just not go because you don't want to have to think about one more thing. Like you have all this stuff, you work 2 jobs, you're doing all this stuff, and it's like, man, I really know I will feel better if I work out, but I just don't have the mental capacity to be like, what should I do? So that's why a lot of times people start ferals, because it's a set time frame. It's 10 weeks. We tell you what to do every single day. You don't have to think about it. You already know Monday, Wednesday, Friday is going to be your cardio day. We're doing kickboxing Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, strength training. You just show up and get it done. And you had already done some things that would make that a little bit easier for you. You had cleaned up your diet a little bit. You're trying to get up earlier. So like those are all really good steps to being ready, because sometimes people start and they're not ready and they don't succeed. And that's just as bad as not starting.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
You end up in the same place.
Well, before we get to questions about the 10-week challenge, because I know she has so many, and I know so many of you have
Million.
questions. We did get a text from Pete Ferguson. Said my reply to Jeff and Nicole was, okay, it was Jeff when he sent a text stating he had missed me at the gym. It's me. I sent Pete text.
Yep.
He said I
Pete
felt
goes too?
Yes.
Yeah.
He said I
He
felt
does.
the love and shame.
He's out there
Yeah, he's
fist
out there.
bumping.
I saw
Said
him
I
last
felt
week.
the love and shame at the same time. Like, oh, how nice.
That's a good combo.
He's reaching out to me and like, oh, and sometimes if we see people like
Out and about.
at a grocery store, it's like people look at us as their pastor. Oh, I haven't been to church for 6 years.
Right.
I gotta hide from these people. I gotta hide from the pastor, from the minister.
Right.
We've been there.
Yeah.
You never texted me, Jeff.
Well, I saw you every
We
week.
knew we would see you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was pretty spotty. I appreciate it.
You
though.
going to Farrell's?
I haven't been in a minute.
You
It's
have
probably
to.
been-
Let's do the
it's probably been
10-week
a year.
challenge.
There you
Let's
go.
get the ticket to do the 10-week challenge.
Let's
See you
go.
taken from DP's book. Well, that's
Right.
the stuff live on the airwaves.
Yeah.
And now next week they're going to be like, well,
Let's go.
Harrison didn't go. But you know what they're going to say next week? Niall went.
That's right.
Harrison did.
There we go. So
We could be in this together.
yeah. So we
I'll think
do
about
still
it.
have a whole nother week before the challenge starts. We'll get into questions. We'll go to break here real quick.
Yep.
But if we have anybody that's listening that wants to try out class, this week is a great time to try. So reach out to us, message in the show, and we'll get back to you. But it'll be great to like try it out, see if it works for your schedule before you like actually make that commitment to the 10 weeks, because it's important that you, and that's the thing with Harrison, because Harrison tried, but in the midst of his 10 weeks, your schedule changed.
Yeah,
You
switched to
moved,
the afternoon.
I think. Like you had a lot of like it wasn't a great like the timing was not great. And plus he literally just became our producer and we're like, guess what you're doing now? So it wasn't even something you really wanted to do. You're like, all right, I guess I'll show up.
Not gonna
But-
lie, I looked at myself in the mirror after that show and I was like, is this a
No.
call out?
It was
What's
part
going
of the
on
deal.
here?
It's part of the deal.
Right.
You produced this show. You're going through the 10 weeks.
That's Mark's fault. He started it. But so that was, we will give you a hard time, but also not really, because sometimes the timing just isn't right. That doesn't mean you have sat on the couch and done nothing. You run, like
Mhm.
you are still
Yeah.
active. Like obviously we want everyone to
But
active
Frozen
and
was a great
exercise.
experience still.
Yeah.
Even though it was like spotty, like that's still one thing. Like I could always show up back there whenever and still get a good workout in.
Yeah.
And you get that in your head. You're like, oh man, people are gonna look at me. Nobody cares.
No, they don't.
No one cares.
Nobody cares and everyone cares at the same time. Right?
Yeah, they want to see
Yeah.
you succeed, but they're
Yes.
not gonna write you up when you fail.
But it is important because you're a big part of our show. So we wanted you to have know what we're talking about
Yeah,
too.
that's
So you
important.
needed that experience.
Yeah,
But
and it is a good experience.
yeah.
So I
So
will
let's
say
go
that.
to break.
We'll go to break.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Stay with us. 93.7 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives. Gaina Trucking is hiring for heavy equipment operators and a heavy equipment mechanic. Working at Gaina Trucking is a great career with excellent team culture, with benefits package including competitive pay based on experience, health, vision, and dental insurance, and a 401k plan. If you're looking for a new job as a heavy equipment operator or mechanic, apply online at GainaTrucking.com or call 402-794-5000. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking.
When it comes to gift giving, it's all about the wow factor. And let me tell you, nothing wows quite like jewelry. Whether it's a delicate necklace or a statement ring, jewelry makes the right statement. So if you want to knock her socks off, or anything else for that matter, skip the generic gifts and go straight for the bling. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Ready to add a dash of Southern flavor to your week? At Wings and Rings, their brand new Southern fried wings have arrived for a limited time. Indulge in the irresistible goodness of large, traditional bone-in wings coated in a crispy beer batter and fried to perfection. Try them with hot honey or any other sauces. And for those busy summer days coming up, look no further than their Southern Fried Wings Family Bundle. Wings and Rings, 2 Lincoln locations on O Street or Village Lane.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
Hey guys, it's Nick. 93.7 The Ticket is excited to be broadcasting this weekend from Stillwater, Oklahoma, as the Big Ten champion Nebraska baseball team appears in their first regional since 2021. From Friday through Monday, Austin and I will have pregame shows, postgame reactions, interviews, and other thoughts from Stillwater as the Huskers begin their road to Omaha. Regional coverage is presented by Mullen Motors, Sandhills Global, and Blur Events. It's NCAA baseball tournament coverage live from Stillwater, Oklahoma, this Friday through Monday on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
That's a bad look for Mike Malone. When did the F-bombs just become an accepted part of our world where coaches just go to podiums and drop F-bombs? When did that start happening?
I think it's right after COVID. After COVID.
The COVID.
COVID-19.
Ruined our profanity, properness in press conferences. Took everything away.
It was. It really was. What? We got that documented.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
Highball Bar in downtown Lincoln is open and located just north of 11th and O Street. Highball Bar offers a vibe and atmosphere like no other, making it the perfect place to grab a drink or beverage. Highball Bar features great events such as Karaoke Sunday, $4 Tito's on Mondays, Jack Daniel's specials on Wednesdays, and much more. Make Highball Bar your go-to spot after a hard day at work or on the weekend. Highball Bar, located at 122 North 11th Street in downtown Lincoln.
Now back to Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right. Well, Naya has just turned into our guest for this show. So we appreciate her. I don't know, like we're taking away. She's supposed to be working right now.
She's working.
She's learning the board.
Okay,
right.
so
this is actually where she needs to be.
Okay, so
Don't worry.
all the editing and that can we just push that off, right?
That's quick. That's stuff I've
Okay.
been doing for a while. So
Yeah.
Okay.
The clips that take a while. The
Yeah.
podcast thing, we can get that taken care of.
real quick.
Okay. So we're not going to get in trouble. Like
No, if Rebecca's listening right
she's-
now, she's not going to care.
she's not texting like, why is
No,
she?
your guys' show is canceled and I'm fired.
Yeah.
We've gone off the rails here. June
Wasting
2nd.
company resources. No, because if you're going to be running the board too, it's just a good setup, good rapport.
Exactly. I mean, if
Right.
I wasn't talking on here, then I'd just be sitting here watching. So it's technically.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can't not
okay.
talk on our show.
So
if you're
with
the
every
producer.
guest,
You're a part of it.
with every guest in this short segment, we want to know who your favorite NFL team is and why.
I think we all know. but-
Everyone knows Steelers. If you know Aaron Davis, you know that my favorite team is the Steelers. We're a big Steelers family. Families from Pittsburgh. And I think that this is going to be a pretty good season. There's talk of
Hope
There's-
is just a great thing.
Springs internal.
there's hopes and dreams. We're looking, I think, for a wide receiver still. Something of that nature. And we got a new quarterback.
Was your
Yeah,
dad
so that-
available? He could go run a few routes,
He
right? He's just
As
a
we
receiver.
know, Aaron Davis, one of the best receivers to come out of Nebraska. Tons
Off the bench.
Tons of playing time.
Yes.
No, he was like eating hot dogs on the bench
Okay.
during the game. So, but you know, come back.
Yeah.
He wasn't even that good in college, but maybe we just toss him in the NFL.
Well, I know he
for-
said he doesn't like to run. He could just run like some quick outs.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
15 yards.
totally.
Not
Yes.
even. Just do
Quick.
a 5-yard out.
Yeah.
Keep it short.
And turn and just catch the ball.
and just
Yeah.
mic him up. That's gonna.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
yes. Let's mic up AD.
Oh my god.
Financially, it might be the right move.
Absolutely.
That
Entertainment money off of AD.
That'd be awesome.
Aaron Davis trying to play in an NFL
For the
football game
Steelers.
And mic'd up.
for the Steelers, mic'd up, put him in.
We need to get this for charity.
Seriously.
If we do this, we'll be able to build that statue at Lincoln.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
Easily.
Yeah, that would rake in money. Are you kidding me?
This would be as
I
big
hope the
as
NFL's listening. This should be their
Seriously,
new series.
I would put money in to watch that, and I hear him talk all the time.
That would be
Put him
amazing.
on a team in a game, mic'd up.
His
oh my
team?
gosh, his team too with the Steelers. Holy,
We might need to get Roger Goodell on the line.
Yeah, if he's listening.
Yeah.
This
Figure
would
out.
be just big as
Text us if you're listening.
this would be as big as Tim Tebow playing baseball and bigger than Caitlin Clark right now. I think
Oh,
if
yeah.
AD was
huge career
went
move.
to the training camp for the Steelers to try out for that
Did
wide
the-
receiver spot.
Oh my gosh,
Be
that'd
awesome.
be so funny.
And then put him in for one game, mic'd up.
Yep.
All right.
That'd be awesome. You
That's
heard
an-
it here first, folks.
Yep, we got
Aaron
a great
Davis.
idea.
Get it?
We got a great idea.
All right, we'll be back. Fitness Fanatics, 93.7 The Ticket.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Hey guys, it's Nick. 93.7 The Ticket is excited to be broadcasting this weekend from Stillwater, Oklahoma, as the Big Ten champion Nebraska baseball team appears in their first regional since 2021. From Friday through Monday, Austin and I will have pregame shows, postgame reactions, interviews, and other thoughts from Stillwater as the Huskers begin their road to Omaha. Regional coverage is presented by Mullen Motors, Sandhills Global, and Blur Events. It's NCAA baseball tournament coverage live from Stillwater, Oklahoma, this Friday through Monday on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey Nebraska! Register today for the 40th annual Cornhusker State Games, taking place July 11th through the 21st in Lincoln, Omaha, and other Nebraska communities. The Cornhusker State Games features 70 sports for athletes of all ages and abilities. Price increases are approaching, so register early and save. For details, go to cornhuskerstategames.com. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel with Gatorade. Brought to you by Pepsi Cola of Lincoln, a proud partner of the Cornhusker State Games.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
If you've been putting off your health, what are you waiting for? The summer 10-week challenge at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is exactly what you need to kickstart your wellness. Farrell's gives you all the tools, coaching, support, and accountability you need to be successful. The 10-week challenge begins on June 8th, and monthly payments are now available. Head to fxblincoln.com for all the details. Stop taking your health for granted and get started with Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Gaina Trucking is hiring for heavy equipment operators and a heavy equipment mechanic. Working at Gaina Trucking is a great career with excellent team culture, with benefits package including competitive pay based on experience, health, vision, and dental insurance, and a 401k plan. If you're looking for a new job as a heavy equipment operator or mechanic, apply online at gainatrucking.com or call 402-794-5000. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Ready to add a dash of Southern flavor to your week? At Wings and Rings, their brand new Southern fried wings have arrived for a limited time. Indulge in the irresistible goodness of large, traditional bone-in wings coated in a crispy beer batter and fried to perfection. Try them with hot honey or any other sauces. And for those busy summer days coming up, look no further than their Southern Fried Wings Family Bundle. Wings and Rings, 2 Lincoln locations on O Street or Village Lane.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome into Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now here are your hosts, Jeff and Nicole Essig.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of the Fitness Fanatics. Hour number 2 is sponsored by Modern Woodmen of America. Shouldn't financial advice focus on you, your goals, your dreams? Your Modern Woodmen of America representative can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. Call Sean Erickson at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation. So big shout out to Modern Woodmen. Sean Erickson, one of our members and instructors out at Yankee Ridge. We appreciate their support in the Fitness Fanatics. And it's pretty cool that we have 2 sponsors now.
Yeah.
We're big time.
Moving up.
And there's room for more. So if you're a business owner out there, you want to come on the show, we'll be more than happy. Just reach out to Jake Sorensen. He handles all of my personal affairs. So it's like my personal assistant when it comes to these matters on the ticket. So
okay, sure.
He gets paid for it. So
yeah,
it's easy on the
his job. Yeah, it's his job.
So just hit up Jake and he'll take good care of you. Get you a spot on here. So no, big shout out to Modern Woodmen of America, Sean Erickson, sponsor of hour number 2 of the Fitness Fanatics. If you missed any part of the show, you can reach us or find us on any of the podcast platforms, theticketfm.com. Go to Ticket Weekends. We're on there under Fitness Fanatics. If you have any questions for us over this next hour, you can call our Starter Heyman text line 402-464-5685. Comment on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and we're on Allo channel 961. So any of those ways, if you have any questions. So we're still joined by Naya in here. So Naya's she's on the fence about
she's
contemplating doing the 10-week challenge. And I know a lot of you out there that have listened to us for 2 years haven't done the 10-week challenge. Maybe you don't need to. You know, if you're the type of person that can do things on your own, you don't need somebody telling you what to do. You don't need the accountability. Then Farrell's probably isn't the right place for you, right? So I know you're just listening for us to get you kind of pumped up to go about your week, whatever gym that you go to. But if you're the type of person that is not self-motivated, that really needs kind of a kick in the pants, so to speak, then I would encourage you to check us out. 10-week challenge is starting a week from yesterday. You can start for monthly payments. You don't have to you have to pay, it's usually like $299. We usually make people pay it all up front, but now you can make monthly payments to start. So very, very affordable to get to join us for the summer. If you're a teacher, if you're out there and you're like, oh, what are my kids going to do this summer? This is a great thing to do with your kids also. So you can join the 10-week challenge. Your kids can join with you. We have about 12 middle school, high school kids that have already signed up to do the summer challenge. So it's really cool to see.
We usually say like 12 and up.
12 and up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And depending on it, usually when our members ask, we're like, well, what do you think? Because you have to work out with them. And then if your kid doesn't really want to be there, then you're kind of setting yourself up for.
I mean, that's a big motivator, though, knowing 12-year-olds are
Right.
signing up.
I know. Yes.
I can
It
come on.
is.
What's my excuse?
Right?
They're 12.
Yeah. We have some teenagers that are joining. And so that's kind of fun. And this session runs right in the summer. So June 8th through August
17th.
And that's, I don't think school starts until the next week, right?
Yeah.
Well, it starts.
Or is it that week?
It starts that week.
Okay.
Yeah,
week 10,
So you can go back to school with like being a fitness fanatic.
That's right. Buffed up for school. But anyway, so that's the what we have going on. But like we said, you were in the studio with us last week, and what?
Just already just giggling.
Oh, and you just had questions.
Yes.
So like, what are some of the questions that you had? So we
Yes.
always like to say and the average Jeff, because it's not average Joe, we say average Jeff, but like, so you're just the average ticket listener at this point. Like, what questions did you have about the 10-week challenge? 'Cause
Yeah.
you were in here and we were talking, you're like, maybe this is something I
Well,
can do.
and up until last week, she didn't even know we own Farrell's. Like, even though her dad's been going for like 6 years with us.
That's not true.
No, she did.
I knew. Okay.
Right.
Oh.
No.
She
I
does
did know.
clips for our show.
I clip
She
your
knows.
shows all the time, so I knew, but I didn't know. I didn't actually met you guys before, really.
No, I don't
Right.
think
Even
so.
though you're friends
Yeah.
with my parents.
Right. Yes. No, she didn't know us.
Yeah. But I have a few, few questions.
Yes.
And some of them honestly are new that I was just thinking
Okay.
over the last week. And we kind of talked about maybe in the first segment, just like you said, some lifestyle changes, like a little bit of changes to my diet, working out more. But you kind of said that's a good thing rather than throwing yourself into it. So like, what are some lifestyle changes that you guys would recommend? Because I know it's only, the challenge starts next week. So it's only a week, but you can change a lot in a week. So like, what are lifestyle changes or things that we can change, that I can change to prepare and feel better about throwing myself into a 10-week challenge?
There's two really big things that I think are important that would be a great way to set yourself up for success, baby steps. One is start, and you've already done this, start getting into the routine. So if you're going to be working out early morning, but you're not, don't wait until that very first workout to set
Wake
your
up.
alarm. Right. Yeah. So start focusing on that schedule now. So if you're going to work out in the morning, start setting your alarm for when you're going to get up. And because for me, one of my biggest pet peeves is when just anybody for anything, not even just at the gym, but one of my biggest pet peeves is when people oversleep, which I'm a morning person. So that's kind of like, I feel like I'm up on my high horse like Jeff.
You're
when
in
I
the
say
middle
that.
of the night person.
I know. It's easy for me to wake up. But the thing is, like, anytime I hear people talk about how, oh, I was late to work because I overslept or whatever, like, it really drives me nuts because you hear that a lot. People use that as an excuse a lot. But you know
To be
what
late to work?
because they overslept, or you didn't come to your workout because you overslept. Your alarm,
Okay,
you
yes.
turned off your alarm, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Don't interrupt me. I want to finish my sentence before, because you hear that all the time. But you know what I've never heard? I've never one time heard a story where someone said, oh, I missed my vacation. I missed the airplane to go on vacation because I overslept.
Something fun.
Right.
Something fun.
Yes.
Yep.
Right. Like, but you know, because you're excited, you go to bed on time because you know you have to get up early to leave to go to the airport to go on vacation. Like, I don't know anybody who's ever, and I know that's happened. It's happened to somebody somewhere because
The Home Alone movies.
yeah, yes,
You
Right.
go through an
Overslept.
airport, someone's crying because they
They're
missed their
overslept.
flight.
right. It happens, but like for the vast majority of times that people use that as an excuse, you would think it would happen more in good situations too. But the reality is, they just weren't prepared to get up at that time. So that would be one. So go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna kind of compare that.
Okay. I knew you were gonna do that. That's why I had to put my foot down. So, but so that's a big one. So start thinking about what your new routine is gonna look like. it's only 45 minutes or 30 minutes because we were talking about for you coming to the 7 a.m. class. It's an express class. It's a 30-minute workout.
Yeah.
But you have to get up a little bit early. So you've been getting up at 6 a.m. last week.
Right.
And prior to that, I think you said you were getting up at like 8:30.
Yeah, like 8:30 or 9.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'll give
that's
myself some grace.
huge because if you wait all the way up until the day you have to get up, like you're really not setting yourself up for success. So, go to bed earlier so you can get up earlier. If you're a nighttime workout person, like really start creating those boundaries or figuring out how you can, because at night, a lot of times people get stuck at work or whatever, and that happens too. But also sometimes maybe it's just your time management and you probably weren't really managing your time so you could leave when you needed to, so you could still get to your workout. So I think that time management to prepare for this session is a good one. And then my second suggestion is because there is a nutrition component to ferals, and we use your body composition and we give you like your macros based on your body composition. But my biggest thing is I would recommend people start logging their food now. Like log what you're eating right now. So then you have a baseline, because with the ferals nutrition, there's so many times that I'll share like a meal or whatever, and someone will be like, wow, like for example, we use there's like a queso that we buy that 2 tablespoons is only 80 calories. Like you can fit that into your meal plan. You can't just eat chips and queso for like a whole meal, but you can make a little burrito bowl and add those 2 tablespoons of queso. It's really good. And then people are like, wow, I didn't think I could eat that. But you can, because you're logging it, you're fitting it into your day. So what the good thing would be is to have a really good baseline of what you're eating, because that's going to be, nobody really does that when they start eating healthy. So you said that you had done like a little reset.
Yeah, and I think my mom's listening now, so she's like, I told her that. But yeah, it was like a 1 week, like a metabolic reset. So no sugar, nothing with sugar, nothing with flour. And it was really tough the first couple days, but it was really awesome and totally paid off. One thing that I don't want to forget to ask you guys with logging food, do you have a suggestion for maybe any apps or methods to log your food? Because for some people, if it's just like pen and paper, write it down, they're not going to be consistent with that. And when I say some people, I'm some people.
Yeah.
So,
so we still recommend MyFitnessPal.
Okay.
They do have a premium version. You definitely do not need to pay for that. You can do all the functionality is there. Some of the convenience is behind that paywall, but you can still totally use that. It has the best database. It's really easy to find the foods that you're eating. So we recommend MyFitnessPal. It also is easier to share, so we can look at it. We're familiar with it, so you can just bring your phone in and I can look right at it and I know where to go and how to navigate it. So that's what we recommend. But like when you did the metabolic reset, like you knew you had this list of rules, so you started them that day. So this is what happens. People try to go on a diet or whatever, and so for most women, it's like we've been told 1,200 calories, which is not enough for most people. But so you go from eating you don't know what to logging your food and eating 1,200 calories. But we don't know what your baseline is,
right?
Because nobody logs the day before they go on a diet.
Because that's like your last day on earth. You're like eating like it's
seriously,
and
like you'll never eat again.
And the reason like you see like ads of like you'll lose 5 pounds in your first 10 days. Well, that's because you binge eat before you start.
Right. Yeah.
So yes, you're going to lose 5 pounds because you're just losing everything that you were eating 2 weeks prior.
Right.
Knowing that you were in preparation for this.
And we've seen that when we've done fit challenges with our members, like when we've done weight loss challenges, the first week, our gym will lose like 400 pounds.
Right. And
then the second week, the whole gym will lose like 50.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Probably an exaggeration.
Well,
but
it's pretty close.
Makes sense.
Maybe 100.
Yeah.
But because that's what we do.
Yeah. And one thing I will say too about doing that, it made me way more mindful about what I'm eating, which I think is so important because we are in such a food driven country.
It's everywhere.
And it's so true. And we don't even have to think about it. Like you said, it is literally everywhere. We're like, you're not being mindful of it, and
we're eating in our car. We're eating at our desk.
You're eating while you're watching something, so you're not thinking about maybe how much you're consuming or what, or things like that. And so it made me way more mindful, and it also made me so like when I eat this thing, I felt really full in a good way, and it didn't have sugar or flour. So this is something that I can take with whatever. And I thought
going forward
exactly, and I thought, when I'm done with this challenge, I'm gonna go back to fast food and all this stuff, and it's going to be so good, and I'm going to love it. And now it's like, no, that's not what I crave anymore.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how much a week can do that. And we have a full week before the challenge starts.
Yeah.
And 1 week for me did crazy stuff. And I thought, like you said, maybe you gain weight back or whatever. I lost a few pounds during that challenge, and it's been consistent. I haven't gained it back just because I've been so much more mindful of that.
Yeah. And you felt better. So
much better.
I know.
And when you eliminate sugar, like I think most people think, well, I'm just not going to eat cookies and candy, but it's so much more, because it's not just sugar. It's high fructose corn syrup. It's sucralose. It's dextrose. It's all these like manufactured sugars that are like, you look at a label and you're like, how is this even in there?
Why is there sugar?
Why is there sugar in this?
Yeah. I had no idea.
Yes.
I had no clue how many foods had sugar in them until I started being like, okay, I can't have it. Until I started looking, I was like, it'd be the most random stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh. And it's crazy because I was telling you guys last week, the first day or the second day that I did no sugar, I had a massive headache. And it just shows like, I don't think I'm someone who like overly I don't really have a sweet tooth. And I'm like, even for me as someone who doesn't eat a ton of sugar all the time, I was like, I am addicted to sugar.
Right.
Because it's in everything.
I'm detoxing right
Seriously,
now.
I like had a headache. I was like, oh my goodness.
And that is going to be part of the process, especially if you are going from a poor like nutrition standpoint diet to trying to incorporate healthier foods. So yeah, make it a little bit easier on yourself this week before the challenge starts, and start logging your food. It's going to make you more aware of what you're eating, for one. And it's just going to give us a better idea of how we can help you swap things out, because you're either eating way more than you think you are, or you're eating hardly anything. I mean, that's just how people are generally. Like, it'll be surprising to some people that they're only eating 1,100 calories a day. And it's like, well, that's probably why you don't think you have the energy to exercise, because you're not eating enough. And then you're going to start an exercise program where you're working out 45 minutes, 6 days a week. Like, you need food for energy. So it will help if you can start logging your food and see where you're starting from. That's going to help you from a mindset perspective of wrapping your head around changing your like eating habits. And for some people it'll be super drastic, and some people it can just be cutting certain things out, swapping certain things out week by week by week. So those are the two things, like getting into the routine before you need to, and logging your food. So we have an idea and you have an idea kind of where you're starting from. Those would be my two pieces of advice for someone.
Yeah.
You agree?
For sure.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah.
What else?
My next question, because I feel like maybe this will help people going in to be mindful of, and me. What are usually people's biggest struggles, specifically with the challenge? What do you guys see the most where it's like, okay, these are a lot of the trouble areas, and maybe your suggestions on how to not fall into those things during the challenge?
It's always food, almost always, right?
Yeah, that's the toughest thing.
Because the way that our program is designed, the workouts, you show up and we tell you what to do.
Right.
Like, that component is completely taken like out of your brain and off of your hands. We tell you what to do. So I would say overall for the 10 weeks and just going forward, I mean, that's the biggest conversation we have with people about how difficult it is changing your nutrition habits, how difficult it is to just eat healthier. But the other thing is that we see the first couple weeks as adults, we don't learn new things very often. And you're a college student, so you're still kind of learning, like your brain is still like wrapped around learning new things. But when we have people that are in their 30s, their 40s, their 50s, we had a lot of members in their 60s last session. We don't learn new things very often. So it's hard. You're coming in and you're learning a skill. Kickboxing is a skill, and it's so mentally and physically draining at the same time that can be overwhelming for people. And sometimes that is what keeps them from coming to class, because they're just like, oh, I'm not getting it. I feel like I'm not able to keep up. I don't know what these moves are. And we don't give ourselves enough time
to be a beginner.
Right.
Yeah,
We don't allow ourselves to be a beginner.
That's like one of my biggest, I mean, you always have to start somewhere. And that's like one of my biggest fears is like, it terrifies me to know that I will go in and
not know
how to do stuff and feel stupid at times and just not go in and just do it perfectly right away and awesome. You know, like that is so scary to me. And it's not even necessarily the component of like other people are looking at me, whatever. It's literally just the learning part of it. I like being a beginner, being okay with not knowing what you're doing. And that's why it's guided. Right. Like, that's why you're saying you're feeding all of it to us. But it's like just
that's that first week. That's what's great about the 10-week challenge too. If that's been something that's held you back from exercise, this is a great program because you're starting with a group of brand new people too. And you're starting in a room of people who remember exactly what it felt like to be their day one. Because everybody, me and Jeff and all the instructors and all the coaches and everyone you're working out with started ferals as a beginner at some point. Like nobody just wakes up and is naturally good at kickboxing, because you have to learn the moves. You have to learn the punches, learn the kicks, learn the technique. So that's why if you can get that part, get out of your head about that part, it's designed for you to succeed.
Right.
But you have to allow yourself to be a beginner, and you can't let your pride get in the way, because that's hard sometimes, especially when we've had people who have been athletic in the past. And you're just kind
We
of
have a lot of those stories.
Yeah. Right.
I used to do college at sports, and now it's a little frustrating because they're at the point where they can't do what they used to do. And we all kind of reach that point eventually.
Yeah. So I think that's a big one. And
it's
in the first couple weeks, that's the biggest like struggle people have.
Yes.
But you have to, like, you will improve exponentially each day. So like day one kickboxing versus Friday of week 2, if you're consistent and you come to class Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you will be so much better by then. But if you come on Monday to Wednesday for kickboxing, and then Friday morning you're like, oh, I just don't know if I can do it, and you skip Friday, and then you come back again on Monday, then you skip Wednesday, and then you come on Friday, like you're putting yourself like so far behind.
Right.
And then you're only digging that hole deeper because everyone else is learning and you're still behind. Right.
Yeah.
So I think that's a huge one, is like the importance of that consistency, like the first 2 weeks, because you're learning something new and you have to like do it so many times before you get better. So that is definitely a big one that we don't talk about very much,
which we need to,
because I know. So yeah.
Well, and think about like with you starting at the ticket, learning how to do this stuff. Like the first day you came in here, you're probably
felt
like,
so stupid.
There's 10,000 buttons on this machine right here.
Harrison showed me like how to podcast. He did it in like 5 minutes. And then he was like, okay, let me know if you need anything. And like turn around, and I was like, this is not good. And like every 2 seconds I'd be like, hey Harrison. And I felt super bad about it. But now it's like second nature. I don't even think about it anymore.
Yes.
And so going into it with knowing,
and if you had maybe like avoided it every time you came in, instead of just taking the time to learn it, if you would have just been like, don't you have something else you need me to do?
Right. Then I wouldn't.
Right. You wouldn't have picked it up.
And now I get to learn new things and cool things and all of that. So it definitely, and I feel like with working out too, one of the things with, like you guys said, like those first 2 weeks, the more that you go, the more you'll want to go, and the easier it will be to go, because by the time you do it for 2 weeks, it's already a habit.
Yeah.
So it's not something that's like, ugh. Like, sure, there might be days where you don't want to go.
Yes.
But you're so much more used to just, okay, this is just what I do. This is just how I start my day, and then I can go about the rest of it. It's not this big thing anymore.
For me, that's one of my biggest struggles, because we teach at all different class times. And so I prefer to work out first thing in the morning. But like sometimes wherever Jeff's writes the schedule, and so he kind of puts me wherever he needs me. And so sometimes my first workout might not be till like 9:15, teaching that 9:15 class or teaching our 12:15 class. And I'm so used to getting up and having exercise be the first thing that I do that like I'm almost in a fog until I get that workout in. So it is amazing how much our bodies will adapt. They do adapt, but they don't adapt if we keep like one step forward, two steps back, one step forward, two steps back. You kind of just have to plow through those first couple weeks, and then it gets easier to I call it willful suffering, because you're willingly putting yourself through something difficult. That gets easier once you have a better handle on what the exercises are, the moves are, the names of them, the techniques and stuff like that.
All right. Well, we're going to go to break. We'll be right back. Stay with us. 93.7 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives. Gaina Trucking is hiring for heavy equipment operators and a heavy equipment mechanic. Working at Gaina Trucking is a great career with excellent team culture, with benefits package including competitive pay based on experience, health, vision, and dental insurance, and a 401k plan. If you're looking for a new job as a heavy equipment operator or mechanic, apply online at gainatrucking.com or call 402-794-5000. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking.
Business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Ironhide Construction is a Nebraska-based general contracting and steel construction firm. Their expert team is experienced in building innovative construction solutions across several industries. While they were previously known for their extensive experience in steel erection and metal buildings, they've continued to evolve over the last several years into a full-service general contracting firm. They take pride in their commitment to quality, cutting-edge technology, and having a passion for what they do. For more information about their services or to discuss an upcoming project, visit www.ironhideconstruction.com or call 402-420-4961.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You already know that Select Plumbing takes care of all your plumbing needs, including water heaters, faucet repairs, leaks, drips, sump pumps, and more. Now, they're able to help you with your heating and air conditioning as well. Select Plumbing has recently expanded into residential heating and air, and they're excited to bring this new service to their complete list of plumbing services. Call to book an appointment today at 402-560-6197 or go to selectplumbinginc.com, serving Lincoln, Seward, Milford, and the surrounding areas.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
That's a bad look for Mike Malone. When did the F-bombs just become an accepted part of our world where coaches just go to podiums and drop F-bombs? When did that start happening?
I think it was right after COVID. After COVID.
Damn COVID.
COVID-19.
Ruined our profanity, properness in press conferences. Took everything away.
It was. It really was. We got that documented.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Now back to Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into the Fitness Fanatics. We are joined in studio by Nia Davis. She's been having some great questions about our upcoming 10-week challenge. And if you're out there listening, I know I've seen kind of a list of where all our podcasts are downloaded, and it's like literally all over the country, and in some like different nations as well. So
we did, because Misty, who was just on, she had family or friends in Germany, and they were listening.
Yes,
so we know we had a Germany.
Yes.
Listen.
So if you're out there and you're not in Lincoln and you're like, gosh, I listened to this and it sounds great, but I just don't have a Farrell's near me. We do offer a complete at-home 10-week challenge program as well. So in fact, this next challenge, we have a person in Canada that's doing the 10-week challenge.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes. A former member that lived in Lincoln in 2011, and then she moved to Canada, and me reaching out to people got her attention and sent her one of our virtual workouts that you can try for free, and she just loved it. So she's starting. Then we have somebody in Colorado that's doing the 10-week challenge as well.
Nice.
And then a gal that lives in Valparaiso. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, just outside of Lincoln, obviously. So she'll be able to come in and do like her pictures and stuff. But if you live outside of the state or outside of Lincoln, we have you do like your own before pictures and your measurements, which we have tutorials on that for you to do. But you're also eligible for the $1,000 challenge as well. So it doesn't really matter where you're from, where you live. We would love to help you out. So you can just go to fxblincoln.com, or you can reach me directly at 402-310-4026. So if you have any questions about anything, that's my personal cell number. It's also our gym number. So it's not like I'm giving out some random number. Like if you look up on the website, that is the number you will get. So to save you a step, you can just text me directly and I'll get back to you and answer any questions that you have. So we're going to continue with Nia. She has some more questions for us. So what else do you have about the upcoming challenge?
So actually what you just said about people out of town and stuff goes totally with what my next question was. So like, what about, because I'm in the same boat, I have like a week-long trip thing. What about people who are like, I'd love to do the 10-week challenge, but crap, maybe I have a week and a half vacation or something like that. In times like that, what, like, if that's a fear for some people of like, well, I'm going to be gone for a week and a half, or I have 2 vacations that are both a week. Like, what suggestions do you have for that? I know, like you said, there's an online option or just.
So the virtual platform's available to all of our members, the 10-week challenge members also. So we have a lot of people who maybe come into the gym Monday through Friday and then do the Saturday's workout from home, because we only have classes in the morning on Saturdays. So it just works out. They can do it anytime. So with our virtual platform, the kickboxing is shadow boxing. So you don't have to have a kickboxing bag. If you have one, you can, if you're a former member, you have a bag. I know you guys have a bag at home.
Yes, we do.
Like, so you could definitely translate that workout to the bag. It's the same format. It's just more shadow boxing. So you don't have to have a bag. And then the strength training workouts, we use resistance bands for the first like good 5-6 weeks of our program. We're using resistance bands where you're progressing from a lighter resistance to heavy resistance. So those, we just utilize those. And so when you sign up for Farrell's in the gym, your gloves your kickboxing gloves and wraps are included. If you sign up for virtual only, then your resistance bands are included. So we send those to
Okay.
you. So, but if you're going on vacation, we have bands you can buy. You can take them with you. Even you can loan them out and bring them back when you come back. So depending on how long you're gone, that virtual option is always there. But also, like, it's not going to be the end of the world if you miss a couple days or you miss a week. It's fine. Like, people went on vacation before we had a virtual platform. So it's like, do something. Stay active a little bit. If you have access to like a treadmill, you could do a walk. Most of the time when people are on vacation, they're staying active anyway. So it's like, that's okay. We're not going to you're not going to not succeed just because you have maybe a week vacation. But
Right. And I
sometimes
think-
people travel a lot, but
I think one of the big things with that too, and that I'm already thinking of for myself, is like we just said, the more you go, the more you want to go. Consistency, getting a routine, is just the toughness of, okay, I was just on vacation for a week.
Yeah.
Now I have to go back.
That's
like
what
getting
I like.
back into it.
That's what I like about our virtual platform, because you're staying in your routine and you're not losing that momentum. So I would recommend for most people, if you're going to go out of town, at the bare minimum, do the strength training workouts. Keep up with the strength training workouts, because that's the one where those are the workouts that if you take a whole week off from strength training, it is going to be a little bit harder getting back kind of in that routine and getting that soreness again. And so that would be what I would recommend, like bare minimum, just do the Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday strength training if you're going to be out of town. And that's super easy because all you have to do is pack the resistance bands and that's it, and take those with
and
you.
those are
Right.
take up no space.
Yeah. Then that's what, and I know AD uses that a lot. Sometimes he'll do the virtual workouts, and it's nice because you don't have to think about it. You can just get it done.
Right.
And so that's what I would say. Right.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that would be the answer for that one.
And there's never going to be a perfect 10 weeks for anybody.
Yeah,
Right.
even
Where you're there
our-
6 out of 7 every single week.
And even the people that we talked about who had perfect attendance this last session, we always recognize the people who had perfect attendance. Almost all of them went out of town at some point.
They did the
were gone.
virtual
Right.
workouts.
Yeah. They
Yep.
just did the virtual workout. And maybe it's not the same and especially if you're used to working out in a group and you enjoy that, and that is part of your motivator, because that's me too. Like, I am a certified personal trainer. I teach kickboxing and strength training workouts, but I still need the group to motivate me to not quit. Like, I would be that person that would just, like, I used to try to do at home workouts, like DVD workouts or whatever. And like that once they give you one water break and I sit down, the odds of me standing back up and finishing that
Very
workout.
low.
Right. I know. And I know that about myself, but it's like, even if you're doing the workout virtually and you're still only doing it at maybe, it's 60% of the intensity that you would do in the gym, that's still more than nothing. So yeah, it's not the same. I always jokingly, especially kickboxing, a lot of times our members really love the impact of the bag and you don't have that. And so I always jokingly say it's like eating a Tootsie Roll when you really want chocolate. Like, it'll kind of curb that craving, but it's not quite the same.
Yeah. It satiates, but it's not satisfying.
Yeah, it's not quite the same. But at the same time, you're just building that momentum, that confidence in your ability and what you can do, and your like mental resilience too. Like, that's so important. There's such a mental aspect to the 10-week program too. So if you can overcome that, then it makes it just so much easier to overcome other challenges too.
Right. So with how you guys said, talking about the virtual stuff, so obviously you have to have an app for that. Or is it online?
It's online. It's a website.
Okay. So okay. So your guys' website has those.
Well, we have a separate one for it's not the FXB Lincoln website.
It's for members.
Yeah, it's just for the members.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have one. Jeff creates a username and password for our members.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. And so it's all there. And the classes are recorded. They're the same. They're the same exact format of the classes that we have going on. So yeah, in person. So you're really staying on track with what the class is doing.
Okay. And then another thing, I know you guys said at the beginning, like you guys have like a BMI machine and measurements and all that stuff. I genuinely have no idea actually. What do you what all do you do at the beginning of the challenge
Sure.
or like recording stuff, and what are you measuring at the end? What all does that entail?
Yeah. So we do a before picture, and I take all the before pictures for everybody, just for continuity and just like also for like women. When I started Farrell's, a guy took my picture, and it was like already a terrible situation,
Right.
like horrible.
Terrible
Nobody
situation.
That would
wants
not feel
nobody
great.
wants to be taking this picture, but it's a very important part of the process. So like
Yeah.
I take all of the pictures. So I do that, and then we also do measurements. So we do body measurements. We measure chest, waist, hips, arm, and leg. So we measure that. We also do a benchmark flexibility test. So like
Okay, I
old
didn't know
school sit and reach. Like we
Like
have a
the
box.
presidential fitness
Yep.
test.
We have a little box.
Yeah.
We measure your flexibility. And I just always think whenever I'm like manning that box, it's crazy how like self-conscious people get about their flexibility too. Like we are so hard on ourselves about everything, just
Right.
even how far we can reach our,
I can't
Our
touch
fingers
my
on a
toes.
box.
Yes, yeah. People are like apologetic, and it's like this is your starting point. Like
Right.
there's nothing to apologize. You have a lot of room for improvement. That's
Mhm.
great. If you could come into Farrell's and do every single thing immediately and it was easy for you, then you probably didn't need to be there anyway. So like perspective. So we do
Mhm.
that, and then we also do a benchmark test of 1 minute of push-ups and 1 minute of sit-ups. When we do that, and then we'll do that again at week 5 and week 10, and that's just so you can see your like improvement over the. And obviously, we do lots of push-ups and sit-ups in class, but we start with that. So push-ups, sit-ups, sit and reach, measurements, before picture, and then we also do an in-body body composition scan. That's going to tell us your weight and your body fat percentage. But it goes a step further and it breaks down how many pounds of muscle you have, how many pounds of body fat you have, how your muscles are distributed, like how many pounds of muscle you have in each limb, in your core. So all that stuff is just to have, something to measure at week 5 and 10 for kind of progress.
Right. So I'll be practicing my push-ups this
Right.
week. That's good to know.
No, don't do that though. You shouldn't. You don't need to do that because trust me, you'll do a lot of push-ups in 10 weeks. Like you don't need to practice doing push-ups. It's crazy. Sometimes people, I only did 10 sit-ups my first time and I was shocked. Like, I don't know if I'd ever tried to do as many as I could in a minute, but if you would have told me you're only gonna be able to do 10, I would have been like, that's not right. I can surely do more than 10. And I could not do more than 10 sit-ups my first minute. So the worse you do, that just gives you better room for improvement.
Yeah.
That's all.
More room to grow.
Yeah.
Very
And
true.
it's all your numbers. Like we also tell people like we're not logging Guinness Book of World Records numbers. Like nobody's there like certifying it. So it's like you're starting where you are. Maybe your push-up form isn't perfect and maybe you can't do very many, but that is why you're here, to get better at that. And you'll see that improvement at week 5 and week 10. So yeah, those are the things that we measure.
And then I know we talked about nutrition playing into it and that being a really big challenge. Is there any posts that you guys do or anything to kind of maybe give people ideas or guidelines or anything like that? Or is that kind of more on their own?
No, so
just out of curiosity.
I feel like I'm talking a lot, but
You want me to answer this one?
no, because it's nutrition. You don't answer nutrition questions.
I feel like I'm talking a lot. You want me to answer this one? No.
No.
Just be quiet.
I'll have a question for you next, Jeff.
I'm self-aware. I just want people to know I'm self-aware.
Good.
That's not going to change my behavior, but I have awareness of myself.
But you know it. That's the first step.
So nutrition, again, we recommend that we give you your macros based on your body composition, how many calories you'll need. We break that down in proteins and carbs. We also do have a weekly 10-week meal plan. So each week there is a grocery list and a meal plan.
Oh, wow.
But at the same time, we don't always recommend that people follow that exactly, because if you are following what someone tells you to do for 10 weeks and then you don't actually learn how to fit it into your life, then are you really learning anything?
Right.
So we recommend you use that as a guideline for ideas, like wrap your head around what a whole day of that eating would look like, and then make your swaps as you prefer. So that is kind of the the help with the nutrition. We also have a couple like Facebook. You'll have a closed Facebook group, and then we also share like nutrition ideas and stuff like that on there too. Like, here's one of the things that I eat a lot for breakfast, and we'll share it. So there's a lot of resources for nutrition, and Jeff and I are there for every class. So we're here to answer your questions too. So if you just have a question, we're there. So
right. And I didn't know that. So you guys are there all day.
We're there for all the classes.
Not all day.
Yeah. So we're there for all the classes, at least at the start of them. Some of the classes will leave once the class starts, but you'll have access to us. And each class time also has coaches to answer questions. So I prefer to just have people ask me questions and be like, hey, can you look at my food log? And then we can look at it. Right. So anything else to add?
Well, I was just going to say, you kind of touched on my main points is why we don't say, eat this, eat this, eat this, because we're trying to teach people long-term sustainability. Like, most of us don't have a healthy relationship with food.
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying. And I still don't after doing this for 16 years, right? It's still a struggle in your head. Like, oh, should I eat this? Oh, you walk out of Meadow Lane and Honest Abe's has just been cooking burgers all day. And you're like, this just smells, incredible. And then it just seed plants in your head. Oh, maybe I should stop on my way home. Like, so it's always a struggle. So we want you to learn and try to develop if you don't have a healthy relationship with food, at least making it better. So if you do have, I had a couple that just signed up last week, and I was like, there's going to be points during this challenge where it's going to be a Wednesday and you're going to eat pizza.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to be perfect for 10 weeks, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be perfect forever.
Right.
So make it fit into your life. And
yes. We want you to live a little. We're not
just log it and move on.
We kind of tell like our members, we're not trying to get the lightest versions of themselves or the smallest.
Right.
We're trying to get them to be the strongest version of themselves and the healthiest version of themselves.
Yeah.
And that takes time. So why would we give somebody a quick fix meal plan to put a Band-Aid over the problem? Like if you're not learning something along the way.
Yep.
So, all right, we're going to go to break. We'll finish up here. When we come back, stay with us, 93.7 The Ticket on the Fitness Fanatics.
There are some things that happen every day. In the morning, my paper gets delivered. Thank you. Around noon, my neighbor waters his flowers wearing a bathrobe and hip waders. Hello, Mr. Willis.
Where's my paper?
After dinner, the lady up the street walks her 14 poodles. And just before the 10 o'clock news, the Nebraska lottery winning numbers are drawn for their daily games. Nebraska Pick 3, 2x2, and My Day. With Nebraska Pick 3, you choose your bet type. In 2x2, there's a $22,000 top prize. And with My Day, you choose a 6-digit date. They're all just $1 to play, with drawings every day. Oh, excuse me. Hi, Mr. Willis.
I'm still looking for my paper.
Guess which part of the day is my favorite?
Nebraska Pick 3, 2x2, and My Day top prize odds vary by game.
In a world where businesses are facing daily cyber threats, you need protection like never before. Don't let hackers and malware companies compromise your business success. Stay ahead of data breaches with Hamilton Cybersecurity. Let Hamilton provide you with peace of mind that your business is protected. Our experts identify and mitigate risks before they become disasters. As your trusted partner, we help you protect your valuable information. Hire your local cybersecurity experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl Jordan with Sartor Hamann Jewelry, here to drop some knowledge bombs on how to wow your woman. Size matters, but not the way you're thinking, guys. Make sure you know her ring size before you even think about popping the question. If you aren't a surprise kind of guy, ask her. I bet she knows her size. If you are a surprise kind of guy, bring in a piece and we can get close to the right size. We will make it perfect for her when the time is right. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Hamann Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Power combo BOGO? Huh?
Yes, if you purchase an air conditioner, you receive a furnace completely free. At John Henry's, our professionals want to ensure you are comfortable in your home all year long, no matter what Nebraska has to throw at us. Call today to schedule your free estimate and learn more about the free furnace waiting for you. Give John Henry's a call today.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 12th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, we're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
By now, most of you know how important the Honda of Lincoln sales and service team are to the Lincoln market. Hello, Charlie Stone here, and joining me is Andy Goodyear from Honda of Lincoln to tell you about the great news they just received. Andy, please tell us all about it.
Each year, the Lincoln Journal-Star has an award program called the Lincoln Choice Award, where the customers in Lincoln get to choose the best places to do business. Great pleasure, I get to announce that Honda of Lincoln has won the award for buying new cars, used cars, automotive repair, and even oil changes.
That is amazing, Andy. Any more good news?
Yes, there is, Charlie. We now have more than 100 new Hondas in stock, with hundreds on the way, and a huge selection of all makes and models on our pre-owned lot.
Incredible. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Highball Bar in downtown Lincoln is open and located just north of 11th and O Street. Highball Bar offers a vibe and atmosphere like no other, making it the perfect place to grab a drink or beverage. Highball Bar features great events such as Karaoke Sunday, $4 Tito's on Mondays, Jack Daniel's specials on Wednesdays, and much more. Make Highball Bar your go-to spot after a hard day at work or on the weekend. Highball Bar, located at 122 North 11th Street in downtown Lincoln.
By now, most of you know how important the Honda of Lincoln sales and service team are to the Lincoln market. Hello, Charlie Stone here, and joining me is Andy Goodyear from Honda of Lincoln to tell you about the great news they just received. Andy, please tell us all about it.
Each year, the Lincoln Journal-Star has an award program called the Lincoln Choice Award, where the customers in Lincoln get to choose the best places to do business. Great pleasure, I get to announce that Honda of Lincoln has won the award for buying new cars, used cars, automotive repair, and even oil changes.
That is amazing, Andy. Any more good news?
Yes, there is, Charlie. We now have more than 100 new Hondas in stock, with hundreds on the way, and a huge selection of all makes and models on our pre-owned lot.
Incredible. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Now back to Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back in. Final segment of this week's episode of the Fitness Fanatics. We just have a couple things to go over here last few minutes. Again, if you're interested in the upcoming 10-week challenge, we will be starting that this week. You can go to fxblincoln.com. You can also shoot me a message directly at 402-310-4026. Want to give a quick shout out to the Nebraska football road race that's coming up on July 14th. We do have a team on there. If you go to huskers.com or you just Google Nebraska football road race, it'll come up where you can register. We have a Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping team, which we have 11 members on that team so far. We're second behind the general donation to pediatric brain cancer research member. So
okay.
just basically if you don't have a team, you're on that one automatically.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're up to about 60 to 70 people that have signed up for the event so far, which there should be thousands, honestly.
A great day.
You get to meet the football players, coaches are out there. It's really, really cool. Hopefully we'll have a couple of the players on our show later, maybe towards the end of the month. They can maybe like the 30th or the 23rd. Still working on getting that done. So we've had some football players on with us the last 2 years to promote the road race. So we're hoping to get that done again. But we just have a couple more minutes. Naya, anything else you have to close it out? We just have a few more minutes before Harrison's going to give us the music to be quiet.
Yeah. Well, very last question, and this is just general and overall, and kind of your guys' main goal, I guess, of the 10-week challenge. Okay, I completed the 10-week challenge. It was awesome. Now what?
Well, now, so the 10-week challenge one of the great things about that is it versus just like, oh, I'm going to start at wherever tomorrow. The 10-week challenge gives you a starting point and an ending point, right? So most people will see really good results because they know in 10 weeks, I'm going to be stepping on that scale. I'm getting my picture.
Yeah.
I could possibly win $1,000 for the best transformation. So the whole goal for us in that first 10 weeks is to get you in a routine, develop habits, getting consistency out of you, and just learning new things. And hopefully at the end of the 10 weeks, you're going to be in a better place than you were when you started. So once the challenge is over, then you have the option to continue on as what we call FIT members, which stands for Farrell's Infinite Transformation. Because, and you're young, right? It's exercise and fitness is like doing laundry. You're going to be doing laundry for the rest of your life.
Yep.
Unless you strike it rich and somebody just does it for you. I mean, your mom might do it for you now, maybe when you're living at home.
She does.
See, okay. So when you get out on your own,
yeah,
you're going to be doing it for the rest of your life.
Or
and dishes.
Yeah.
Like it's always, even though you don't want to, but you know, and I've talked to your dad a lot about this, but your health is something you should not take for granted. Even you at being 20 years old, what you're doing now at 20, you'll be thanking yourself when you're 45 like me.
And thanking you guys.
Yes. So thanks for stopping in.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thanks so much. Such good questions.
Yep.
guys.
Next week, we'll be on with our spring $1,000 winner, Katie Barber. So until next time, have a good one.
Yep. Yeah.